For the first time in 25 years, the Speaker of the House addressed Israel's parliament. Just days after the Jewish state celebrated its 75th anniversary, Kevin McCarthy cited the modern miracle of Israel's founding.
The Speaker also pledged that the United States would stand with Israel against a nuclear threat from Iran. And he told the press that if President Biden doesn't invite Prime Minister Netanyahu to Washington, he will. Chris Mitchell reports from Jerusalem on this historic visit.
Speaker Kevin McCarthy came at the invitation of Israel's Speaker of the Knesset, Amir Ohana. Together, they reviewed an honor guard and laid a wreath in memory of the fallen soldier. Beyond the ceremonies here at the Knesset, Speaker McCarthy reaffirmed the U.S. commitment to prevent the Islamic Republic of Iran from becoming a nuclear power.
As we stand shoulder to shoulder against Iran's regional aggression, we must always remain resolute in our commitment that Iran will never acquire a nuclear weapon.
McCarthy's speech came just days after Israel celebrated their 70th anniversary, and he celebrated how the nation's birth fulfilled biblical prophecy.
The prophet Isaiah predicted a brighter future to come. Inspired by God, he shared this command: arise, shine, thy light to come. My friends, today, 75 years after declaring independence, Israel's lights shine brighter than ever before. Ladies and gentlemen, Israel's rebirth is nothing less than a modern miracle, and I thank you for it.
McCarthy said the U.S. House of Representatives recently passed a bipartisan resolution celebrating both the anniversary and the Abraham Accords, while also warning the number one threat to Israel and those accords is Iran. During a news conference following his speech, CBN News asked the Speaker about U.S. military cooperation with Israel against Iran. You made a commitment in your speech that the U.S. will not allow Iran to get a nuclear weapon. Right now, there's a sense here in Israel sometimes they may have to go it alone. Would you recommend to the administration that would join Israel militarily if they have to?
An armed nuclear Iran is not a safe place to be for the world. And I think it's very clear with the people behind me as well. We will never stand to allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon.
During this visit, McCarthy also met with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He told a Hebrew publication that if President Biden doesn't invite Netanyahu to Washington, he will. Former Israeli ambassador to the UN and Knesset member Danny Danon told CBN News the threat of Iran is a major reason Netanyahu needs to be at the White House.
The American people should be worried about nuclear Iran the same way we are worried about it. It's a global effort, and I expect that President Biden will invite Prime Minister Netanyahu to the White House to discuss those issues. It must happen ASAP.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, the Knesset, Jerusalem.
Well, that invitation should come quickly. When you talk about world politics in Iran, they have two slogans. One is the little Satan, and that would be Israel. And guess who the great Satan is? Well, that's you and me right here in the United States. If they do acquire nuclear weapons, they've already demonstrated they have missile technology. They've already demonstrated they have drone technology. It's not a big stretch to say they would use that technology against us, the great